What's going on, guys? Jake Nicolle here. Today's video, we're talking about a buyer's market. And what is a buyer's market? All you need to know about a buyer's market, to make it really fast and simple, is a buyer's market is when there's way less buyers than there are sellers. You got tons of people putting their home up for sale, and there's very few people competing over it. This means when you're a buyer, you get to literally run out, look at all the houses, and then you get to lowball people and write offers that work for you. You get to choose the closing date, meaning when you want to move into that house, whatever works for you. You can add finance condition, home inspection, maybe even selling your own house first conditions. You can do whatever you want because it's a buyer's market. And a seller's market's the exact opposite. You know, the sellers get to do whatever they want. And if you're the buyer, you got to bend over and accept the rules of the seller because that's the way that it works. So in a buyer's market, here's what it looks like in terms of this pretty graph over here. I'm going to walk you guys through some statistics over here in the Southern Ontario market to understand what it looks like. So we're looking over here, South Ontario, Canada, understanding these real estate numbers. And the first thing that I want you to understand is that price is not always the determining factor of whether something is a seller's market or a buyer's market. And the reason is that prices fluctuate and change throughout markets, and they can change really quickly. But one of the biggest indicators is this: homes for sale. In other words, months supply. How many houses are actually available relative to how many buyers are out there. So when we're looking at a buyer's market, we'll see a lot of houses popping up on the market, and more specifically, we'll see the supply relative to the demand be really high. This graph right here is showing us that in October of 2022, there was 2.9 months worth of houses available, but there was only a smaller segment of buyers. So there's, relative to the amount of people out there, it would take 3 months for those houses to be purchased off the market. That's a really long time relative to what mostly in Southern Ontario has been a seller's market. Anything that's not a hardcore seller's market is effectively a buyer's market right away because you feel the difference in the changes. Although 3 months supply of houses is probably more like a balanced market. It just really feels like a buyer's market. Another core indicator of what makes something a buyer's market is that you'll see houses selling below their listing price a significant amount. You can see here that houses in, let's say, December are selling 3.3% below the price that they're being listed at. And what that tells us is that buyers are able to go in and negotiate prices down. And not only have houses been selling for less than they're being listed for, but they're also selling for less than they were a few months before. So you can see the sales prices are down, and still, even though the prices are down, the percentage of the list price or even the percentage of the original price were, in this case, we're almost 5% down of what the original price was that that house was listed compared to what it ends up selling for. So that's another really great indicator. The final indicator is days on market. How long is that house sitting on the market for before it sells? You can see at the beginning of this year when we had an extreme seller's market, houses were only sitting on the market for like 6-7 days. All the way over here in December, we can see houses are sitting on the market for 28 days, a full month. So they're sitting way longer, they're selling for less than the list price. Those are some of the core indicators. Now, if you're going,
Jake, okay, I'm in a buyer's market. What do I do with that information?
My recommendation is if you're a buyer looking to buy in a buyer's market, it is your time. It has your name on it. So run out, get clear about your strategy, understand your budget, understand that you're pre-approved, know what your monthly payments would look like, and then go out and ideally have as few conditions as possible and focus on the price being the big thing that you want to negotiate. Maybe have a finance condition in there for 5 days, but then use your 5 days to go and do an inspection and do other things. Just make sure you understand the difference between the condition that you're using and how you're going to get out of a deal if you're not happy with aspects of the deal, okay? Like, don't, use a finance condition and then say that it was your inspection was the reason you bounced from a deal, because that can get you in trouble. So I digress, but my main point here is when you're a buyer in a buyer's market, take control, go out, seize the day, seize the opportunity, work with agents who are going to help you negotiate way down, know the comparables of how much that local market has come down, so you make sure that you're paying a price that's totally rock bottom prices and that you can win in a buyer's market. So, hey, listen, if you love this video, we have tons more on market stats. Understand the difference between a seller's market, a buyer's market. I want you to go check that out. And if you have any questions, you can drop us an email. All the info is below. Give me a call, 289-216-6852. We would love to help you negotiate our hats off and get you something amazing so that you absolutely love and get the place of your dreams. Whether it's this place or that place, we're gonna help you find your dream home, and we look forward to working with you. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment below, hit like, smash subscribe. We'll see you guys real soon. Cheers.